Now, let's get on to our next topic, and that is we finally had the folks at Netflix go over to Cannes Film Festival and confirm, yes, they are doing an ad tier. What's real interesting here, though, is not only do we have this confirmation of the ads, it comes right on the heels of them laying off another 300 folks. Netflix does not seem to be in a great position right now. Despite, according to the Hollywood Reporter, their CEO, I believe, is Philanthropist of the Year.
Wow.
There's a lot of things going
Ted
on.
Sarandos? Is that who? I don't know which.
Someone else. I'll have to double check that one. But what we have here is that we are getting an ad-supported tier. Now, this is not saying that ads are going to run rampant through Netflix. There is now going to be an option that you can opt into for those folks who have said, hey, Netflix is too expensive for me, but I really wouldn't mind an ad. There's going to be a new tier added to try to get more subscribers in there who are willing to watch ads during their shows. So, two-pronged thing here, Rob. How are you feeling about those ads? Because I know you're not usually a big fan of them.
No.
And how are you feeling about the layoffs mixed in with this news too?
Well, first of all, I've actually shot inside the Netflix building in Hollywood.
Ooh.
And that building is like Shangri-La. Every floor has a beautiful kitchenette with all kinds of treats, and in it, or maybe the place I was, but it's amazing. I mean, and here's the thing about Netflix. I'm a fan. I'll flat out say I am a fan of Netflix. I think they're diverse programming, meaning I can watch documentaries, I can watch foreign films, I watched a show, a trailer for a show this morning called The Long Night, which is a new series about a Hannibal Lecter character being put in a jail and all hell breaks loose, whatever that's about. I don't even know. But I'm like, they have done more to bring international cinema, international television. Their RRR is on Netflix right now, which you have to see. If you guys haven't seen RRR, why? You should watch it. I think Netflix is incredible. And the fact that their stock price just cratered is odd to me. It's not like their business model suddenly changed. There was no crazy scandal at the top or whatever. And now, if you look into the rest of the entertainment business, there's a lot of people that don't have any money to spend on ads. Mm-hmm. So, we're going to go to an ad-based tier to make money. I can understand why they're doing that. But what's interesting to me is that part of Netflix's appeal is there are no ads. And I get why they're going to go back to ads and try and raise money. But it's like what's going on with YouTube. If you don't place your own ads on YouTube shows, there's like an ad now every 5 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
It's become unbearable to watch certain YouTube channels. And please, creators, place your own ads like every 15 minutes. I mean, I click off channels now because of I try to watch something, literally 10 seconds go by and there's another ad. Mm-hmm. You can't watch. But I guess they have to do it. Yeah. I mean, because their stock price has dropped so precipitously. I get it. I understand where they're coming from. So they have to do it. But their business model hasn't really changed. And the programming, we make fun of their movies, but if you look at the wildly, like I said, diverse programming, Netflix is a great platform. And I have discovered their foreign offerings alone make it very much worth my while. But, yes, Ray?
Yeah, Ray.
We've known they've been losing money for a little while. We've reported a couple things. Do you think they've made any panic announcements, because of it? When I first read about the Squid Game reality show, I actually thought that was a panic announcement because they're trying to get something going where they could make some money, but they're actually giving away a lot of money on that show. So I don't know.
I mean, if you look at, and we're about to talk about something that's on Netflix, but look at Stranger Things. Look at the influence worldwide. Kate Bush released The Hounds of Love in 1985 that had Running Up That Hill on it. In 1985, 37 years ago, because of one Netflix show, Kate Bush is charting all over the world. She's making tons of money. 37 years later, you cannot deny that Netflix is a global brand name and is providing entertainment that people are watching. How many companies are providing this kind of entertainment globally and become, Stranger Things 4, their fourth season, became a zeitgeist show that people love. So it's not like they're a company going, they don't deserve success. Of course they do. And the problem is their business model, all they do
spend more.
you have subscription, but that's all they do. They don't have. I can't unless I buy bootleg Netflix shows, which I might have done. I'm on that tuna train. I have physical media. Why doesn't Netflix sell their shows? Because their business model is subscription only. Now they're going to sell ads because they have to, which to me dilutes their brand a bit.
I remember not too long ago, I think Anne was supposed to be, she was being interviewed for a position there. So luckily
big companies want it.
she didn't take it because that.
But they have to. When your stock price drops, from a high of $700 down into like $175 a share, that's bad news.
Well, I will say Netflix too was handling the layoffs in the way that companies should, laying off people at the executive level first.
Yep.
Those very, very large salaries and everything. So they seem to be trying to handle this the best they can. Jonathan, you're very stock savvy. What do you think all this is going to mean for their stocks at this point?
I actually think the drop that you're seeing is a reaction to tech stocks in general.
Okay.
Yep.
Like, I'm not trying to put on my professor's glasses right now, but if you look across the board, tech growth stocks are just hit hard because of the economy. And let's face it, we are heading towards a recession. I don't know if this is the first time you've heard this, but we are. And the first thing people are going to sell, panic sell, or, and especially the big boys, the institutional buyers and sellers of stocks, they're selling off tech stocks. They're all crowding into safe havens right now. So any little disruption, you could get bad news out of Ukraine and things like Netflix are going to sell because people are going to go buy gold or something like that. You know what I mean? So they need those funds out of a risky growth stock. They're going to move it somewhere else. So that's a huge part of it. And they did not put up good numbers. And because of that, the market is not being forgiving. So if you're putting up bad numbers, you're seeing it across the board. It's like, oh, we're not going to, forget it. We were talking though, Rob, a few days ago, maybe last week, and we were talking about how they don't do physical media. And I said there is a possibility, a small window, that now that they're adding ad tier bases and they have new streams of income because of the ads, they may be open to selling physical media of their Stranger Things in 4K or whatever.
They've done that, but they've sold Stranger Things before in premium packaging, like retro VHS packaging. The question is, and look, as a proponent of physical media, I'm aware that it's dying.
Yeah.
But you know what? There are Netflix shows like what we're going to talk about soon that I would buy. And I think that Netflix should look into that. And certainly some of their movies, I would love to get Red Notice. I didn't love, but I would buy it if it was in 4K and Dolby Atmos and HDR and all that, or Dolby Vision. I would do it. I'd buy. There's a lot of stuff on Netflix. Money Heist. I might buy a complete series of
that'd be fun.
Money Heist or something. Yeah. Or I would totally buy a Squid Game box set with special features.
Or even a compilation of all the documentaries that are kind of connected to each other, or
just
talk about
big old murder steelbook.
Yeah, I would buy those.
Sex, Death, and Robots. I'd buy that show on physical media.
That would be a cool steelbook to have.
Yeah.
But I think the putting stuff on physical media is their last worry right now. I think they're just trying to stay afloat, right? What they're trying to do. And maybe the ads will help them.
I know I ask this every time we talk about the ads. Has anyone changed on whether or not they would do the ad tier? Are you guys
Never?
No, I'm paying.
No?
Oh,
I can handle the non, but if I was in a position where I needed to cut back and then maybe it was but I will do an ad tier for Hulu or whatever. I'm just not in that position. But I'm also not going to be insensitive to other people that are in a position financially where, they want to be able to have that entertainment and they need to cut back. So I get it. Why not?
Yeah.
The article also brought up an interesting point that, and we think as streamers, because we are into it so much that everyone is, we only make up 10% of what people are doing on television worldwide. So there's still 90% possibility of growth for these guys. And it's a relatively young company. It's been around for 20 years. How long has HBO been around? Double that, right? Since 80 or was it 70 something? I can't remember.
Yeah, it was early 80s.
I mean, there's different outlets that have been around for decades, and they've gone through their ups and downs. This is a young company, so.
I only am paying for one service right now, and that's my rule. So right now it's Apple TV Plus, just for all mankind. As soon as that ends, my $4.99 is a free agent. for any streaming services that offer a $4.99 plan. That's my rule. The rest goes on Campea Plus, baby.
I love that. Well, folks, if you do not have Campea Plus, how do you feel about ads going on Netflix for sure here? What do you think this means for the company as a whole? And how do you feel about it as a subscriber? Let us know in the comments down below.
We want to take a moment and thank the sponsor of today's video, Storyblocks. Guys, I have been an enthusiastic fan and user of Storyblocks for years. I go to them whenever I'm in need of content creation assets like royalty-free music, video clips, or templates for my creative projects, ranging anywhere from little editorial videos to my very own full-feature documentary. Storyblocks helps you bring your stories, videos, and projects to life without sacrifices due to time, budget, or access to resources. They have over 1 million different story assets ranging from stock videos, audio and music, an in-browser video editor, and they feature pre-designed templates, animations, and outros. Storyblocks uses an affordable subscription model, and their unlimited access plans offers, well, unlimited video and audio downloads rather than a costly pay-per-clip model. With Storyblocks, you'll be able to create more content and, more importantly, better content, all while using a subscription plan that fits your budget, utilizing unlimited downloads of demand-driven and diverse content. So if you're interested in upping your content creation game, head over to www.storyblocks.com/Campea and get started today. That's www.storyblocks.com/Campea.